Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique. I'm so glad you're here. It's been a busy month this month of March of 2026, and I want to talk about what we're going to be doing tonight and what we did this month. This month was a busy month. I went on a cruise, I came home, I went to Austin, Texas to go to YouTube, and listen, we did a lot, but I always make sure that you have something to watch here on YouTube. So one of the things that we did, if you didn't check this out, you're going to want to learn how to make this beautiful tote. We use dish drying mats, and we're going to be doing more stuff like this here in the future. But if you see this really cute wreath here, I'm going to like put it this angle. We did this live here on YouTube. So if you notice, we got a basket here and we have tulips coming out. We have a fun little bunny right there. And listen, if you want to learn how to make this wreath, it's already on YouTube. So not only can you watch tonight's video, but you can go back and watch what you missed when I went live. Let me know in the comments. Number one, do you want me to go live more on YouTube? Do you enjoy that? But tonight we're going to make 3 wreaths and it's going to go pretty fast. These are all wreaths I did over on Amazon Live, but we just wanted to make sure that you shared all of the goodness and all the tutorials, right? So I'm putting them over here. I'm going to do voiceover. So if my mouth is moving, but my words aren't matching up, it's because I'm doing a voiceover. So let's get started. Let's get ready for spring. Let's get to crafting and let's make something beautiful together. This was actually a wreath that I was recycling. If you notice here, we have an 18-inch wreath form, and then we have about a 12 to 10-inch wreath form zip tied to the base. So it looks a lot wider than it should, okay? So that's the first thing I want to start with. The second thing is I got 2 of these Hobby Lobby eucalyptus kind of swag type of greeneries, and we just kind of started at the 11 o'clock area. A lot of times I feel like I do all my wreaths at this point, but it's just what I prefer, I guess. And when I'm doing these lives, I always ask everybody, what do you think? And so as you can see, we're putting the draping of the eucalyptus, sorry, I have a hard time saying that, at the bottom and let it hang. Then I was going to take some of the ferns, and these were actually ferns that I already had in the wreath previous, and we added them back in. So we only had a few. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the ribbon you're going to want, okay? And we're going to make a loop, about a 6-inch loop, and then we're going to make another loop and meet in the middle and do 2 loops on the top, 1 loop on the bottom. We're going to hold on to that, take a smaller piece here, and we are going to make 1 loop and do 3 equal loops, okay? So this way that our ribbon tails will all be hanging in the same direction, right? Do you see that's like a burlap color? So I wanted it to be very texturalized, okay? If that's even a word, I'm not sure if it is. Then we're going to take the base bow and the burlap bow and take a wire and wrap it around it. Then I'm going to put the bow on. This is where we are going to add a little bit of detail a little bit later on, but first thing first, we're going to just get the ribbon out of the way. I'm not going to worry about the bow right now. And then I'm going to add a little bit more of this kind of draping style greenery. Now think about this. You don't have to use eucalyptus. You could have something on hand, use that. I used some little zip ties and I added it to different parts of the wreath. So what that does when we use the zip ties to kind of bring it up a little bit, it kind of gave us some volume to our wreath. And this wreath was a little bit voluminous anyways because we have 2 wreaths that are stacked on top of each other and zip tied together. Again, grapevine wreaths are meant to be used more than once, and if you didn't use a lot of glue, you can do this again if your flowers get faded or anything like this. Now these are peonies. I cannot remember where I got these, if I got them from Amazon. I think I did, or if I got them at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Now that I've got most of my flowers where I need them to be, and you can ignore the mess. Do you see the glue strings? Let me know in the comments. Do you see the glue strings? I can see it. So one of the things that I love to use is that Sure Bonder glue pot. But yes, it puts out a lot of glue strands, but that's okay. You're going to use this in every single one of these wreath tutorials. So as I am like puffing up or fluffing up the little loops, I'm layering the floral ribbon with the burlap ribbon on top. That floral ribbon comes in like a 6-pack on Amazon. I'll leave a link down below. And we are going to make a loop here. We're going to attach it with a zip tie and cut off that zip tie. And then we're going to take our ribbon and we're going to do something a little different. We're going to cut each of the edges here. And this is what I see lately is everybody is starting to roll up their ribbons, but they're just leaving them there. And I felt like this was kind of a cottage core feel, and I felt like that really worked for it. Then what I did on the other side was I found another spot. We came down about 8 inches from the bow loops, and we just found a spot to add another zip tie, or I may have even used like a wire there. Then I rolled up the edges, and I just like the way that that looks. I added a few more flowers here and there, but goodness, she was so easy to make and so much fun, and I cannot wait to put her on my front door. Now this next one, we're going to start with ribbon, and we're going to start with about a 12-inch tail. And then we're going to make loops. And again, you're going to do 3 loops on this. This is kind of like something I've been doing lately that I kind of like. And so these loops, I would say they're probably like 8 inches, but I was doing it without my Pro Bow the hand. So I guess I did 4. So I take that back. We did 4. No, we did 5. There we go. So I did 5 loops, 3 on the top, 2 on the bottom. All right. Take a piece of wire and you're going to add that together. Then I'm going to take an even smaller ribbon that I had. This is like a 7/8 inch velvet ribbon. And I just did basically the same thing. And we did 3 loops on the top, 2 loops on the bottom. Bring that smaller ribbon over top of your larger ribbon. And basically you're going to tie it together. And we're going to put that on your wreath. Now you can put this anywhere you want, but we're going to keep it pretty similar to the last one. We're going to add it, and then we're going to add some, like, I don't know, some swirls or whatever I want to call it. But then we're going to start adding our greenery. Now, this was actually a wreath I made for my son. It is some like more of winter type of greenery, but honestly, I feel like this wreath, by the time I'm done, it could be spring, it could be fall, it could be any time you want, depending on what your color decor is. So we added the bow down at the, I would say this is the 7 o'clock, and we just started with these big picks. And I want to say that these picks came from Amazon as well. I think I bought them in a bunch, and then I just had them around. I'm like, okay, let's use them. Let's get rid of them. You know, I get tired of having all these supplies, and I'm like, okay, I need to do something different here. So we're just going to add some to the bottom, some to the top, and some to the side at the bottom. And then I got some of this greenery that I really love from Hobby Lobby. You're just going to cut it apart again and then dip it in your glue pot and add it sporadically through your wreath. Now, think of this as layers. We're building a base to our wreath, and our greenery is our base. So that's what I want you to think of when you're putting this all together, is that you have to build the layers to make it consistent. And when this turned out, it turned out beautifully. One of the things that I always do when I go live, and I've been going live here on YouTube again, and if you haven't watched that video, go watch it. But this is really fun to me to go live because I like to ask you guys, what do you want me to do? What color ribbon? And I really make it an interactive event, right? I had some of this eucalyptus on hand. I'm not sure where I got this. I want to say either Hobby Lobby or Michael's, but we just cut it apart and then we added it. Now, it's the same method. You guys, if you've been watching me for a while, I always tell you how to dissect these greenery branches and these floral branches, and that's what you're going to do here. So just keep adding it and keep building it until you're happy with it. I got to the point where I felt like I was really happy. Even though my bow loops are not fluffed out, just ignore that part. It's okay, right? This is actually a wreath for my son, Michael. He still had the wreath that I gave him years ago on his door. And I was like, Michael, I'm making a new wreath. You have to have a new wreath. So anyway, so this is what we came up with and everything I had on hand, which I loved. Now we're going to add a little bit of blue. These did come from Hobby Lobby. They're like a blue kind of berry type of pick. And I really like it. Whenever I see it and I've run out, I always add some to my collection just so that we have enough. But this is always super fun to use. So it's a good, kind of a good pick to have on hand if you like the navy blue look. You have the blue done, I took this kind of goldenrod look and we added it throughout. Now, I never use like a full branch or a full bush. I'm always cutting it into pieces and adding it to my wreath. And then I only had like 3 of these blue flowers. So we were pretty strategic about where we put them because I only had like 3. And I didn't want to put them in the wrong spot. Then I added a few more of the greenery flowers and then we were done. And I think it turned out really pretty. We're going to fluff up all of those bow loops there, and then we're going to make the tails really nice as well. We're just going to just kind of like twirl them up, and it turned out so pretty. I love this wreath, and my son loves this wreath too. So if you love this one, make sure you tell me in the comments below. So pretty. Out of all of these wreaths, this is probably my favorite. This is super duper beautiful ribbon by Silk. And I got this ribbon from Wreaths of Joy, so make sure to follow them down below. I'll put them in the description box and make sure to make an order. So you're going to make 2 loops on the top and 1 loop on the bottom. Now I didn't have a lot of this, so I wanted to be very intentional, and this ribbon is like luxury ribbon. If you ever see Silk ribbon, know that the level of the feeling of this ribbon is going to be so different than anything that you've probably ever tried. So we have the 3 loops at the top. We're going to put this at about 11 inches, or 11 o'clock, I should say. And then we're going to make another loop down here. I saw a lady on TikTok do this, and I thought, this is so cute. And I love the way she did that. So I looped it there, and then we're going to start adding what I call a button nose fern. You can get this at Hobby Lobby, but you can also get this at, I believe, the Wreath Shop and Wreaths of Joy, and you're just going to cut it apart. So you're going to take the wide bush, you're going to split all those little stems, and you're going to cut them because we're going to work from the bow to the outside of this wreath. Now, it's really super easy how to do this, and this is a super friendly kind of craft project to make. I feel like I'm running around in this video a whole lot, but it is really easy to do. This is not going to take you a long time to make, and you're going to really love it when you're done. Now, the tulips that I got for this particular wreath, I got them from Amazon, and I've been sharing that over on my Facebook page, and I'll share it down below for you as well. They're great tulips, and you can get them in variation of colors, which is always a good thing if you love tulips. This wreath is actually for my sister-in-law who loves tulips, and she purchased these tulips last fall. So when you get to the point where I feel like it has enough greenery, you can stop. Maybe you don't feel like you need as much greenery as I use, but I am really happy with how this turned out. It's turned out so nice. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to take those tulips and we're going to cut them and we're going to add them to our wreath. But I would say you need about 3 bunches of these kind of button ferned pieces to make this really full. So my sister-in-law had picked the white and pink bundle of these Amazon real life tulips, and they just look gorgeous. Now, I've heard a few people online say that these types of tulips don't last very well unless you have a covered porch, so keep that in mind. I don't want you to make this and be like, Julie, I made it and then the tulips didn't stay put. But I do think that these give an almost lifelike look. Then what we're going to do is we're going to work on our bow here. You know, this is 1 pack of tulips, and you are going to trim it down just a little bit when you take them apart from the box. And I think it turned out beautifully. I still need to send this to my sister-in-law, Andy. It's coming, I promise. It's coming. But this is so pretty, and it's just, I love how much it reminds me of spring. I added a few more greenery leaves at the outside of that bow coming out, so kind of like make sure all your points are going all the different ways, all right? So then we cut the ribbon, and then we cut it at a dovetail, and then because this ribbon is so nice, it's going to stay where you put it. So I love that about it. So I hate cutting all this ribbon off because I'm like, oh, I wasted a little bit of it, and I hate wasting this ribbon. It just feels like a special commodity. I hope you enjoyed tonight's video, and I hope you go watch this video on how to make this spring tulip Easter wreath, how to make this really cute tote bag, and I hope you loved tonight's projects. Now, if you watch the whole thing, make sure to leave me a tulip in the comments. Let me know if you want to see me go live more. And guys, I would love to have you in Julie's Biz Boutique. If you are a creator that needs help selling your product because you love to craft and you can't keep them all, you need to be in Julie's Biz Boutique. So what are you waiting for? Check the description box below, get in the know, get into the trainings, learn what you need to learn, get on that email list too, so you'll know when we have a new video here on YouTube, or if I just want to share something new and show you something on our live streams. So see you next week in Julie's Wreath Boutique. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.